Hi, welcome to the Small Scape. I'm Joanna, and today, you got it, it's Petco versus Petsmart Aquatic Plants. Well, I realized the other day that I will either go to Petco or Petsmart depending on what plant I'm needing or looking for. So I figured that I would share all of my things that I've learned, and maybe I'll save you a trip at some point. So I'm going to be looking at both pricing and selection, also packaging. Packaging can be very helpful. And also I'm going to divide it into the types of plants that they have. I generally think of them as having 4 different categories. They have the tube plants, my favorite, also tissue culture plants, and they have plants actually in a tank that you can get. And then the last category, miscellaneous. So let's get started with tube plants, my favorite. So starting off with those, they have 3 different sizes, both of them the same 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, and they're the same prices at both. $6, $10, and $13. So same price. However, the packaging I feel is far better at PetSmart because the top fin, that's their brand. These are all Petco. All right, let's see here. You should see the floor. There's plants everywhere. The top fin tube plant packaging is great. First of all, especially if you're a new aquatic plant parent, it's got a nice little picture on the front, and what's very helpful is, say you're getting a small plant, maybe you would assume, hey, it's going to stay small. No. Lisa tells you that right on the front here. It gives you a picture and says this will be a medium-sized plant. The Petco one is very similar, I suppose. It doesn't give you a full size, and I think that it could be misleading at some point because this small plant packaging could actually apparently have Anubias nana, which we all know is a medium-sized plant, and apparently they would possibly package it in a small size, which is not right, but this could be slightly misleading. All right, next category of plants are the tissue culture plants at PetSmart. This is the packaging that it will look like. It's also top fin, so it gives you a nice size when it's grown. But generally, there are really, at my PetSmart, there are only 4 different plants that I will find in tissue culture, and that would be this red crypt. Also, they have dwarf hairgrass, Bacopa, and S. repens. That's really generally it. That's the only 4 that they will ever have. However, Petco, they package theirs in a nice little cup, which I find to be way easier to get out, and they label it intermediate or easy. And then also they kind of specify it in the back what intermediate care means. It means that it needs, that's hard to say. It means that it needs more light, like 8 hours or so. Whereas this tissue culture package does not actually say for the dwarf hairgrass, hey, you need more light. I don't believe it says that. So that's kind of a drawback. The variety of tissue culture plants at Petco is far greater for mine at Petco than at PetSmart. They have this one, I'm very excited. They have Cryptocorin Flamingo. Very excited to try this one. They also have Rotala Anubias gigantea. I got that a while ago. Very excited to see that. That's going to get very, very tall. That's a very cool looking plant. And then they also have, those are even easy plants. So in other intermediates, they have Ludwigia, a whole bunch of different kinds. Very exciting. And they have a 4-pack for, I believe, $15 that you can try 4 different ones. although I do believe they do combine both easy and intermediates in the same 4-pack, which can be kind of confusing. But yeah, these tissue culture plants are also the same price. Petco, Petsmart, I don't know if I mentioned that already, but $10 for each of these, but really fun to try some of these. Now the next category, I don't know if it's fair. These are the plants that come in tanks, and in my Petsmart, there is really just one tank that has plants in them, and the tank looks really, really sad. I have not ever gotten plants out of there. I don't know if I would. Like I said, it looks like a little lost and forgotten tank, but I have heard from a lot of people that their Petsmart has a very nice selection in a tank. My Petco has far greater selection and really nice looking plants. Some very tempted to get at some point. They have the hydrocodal, which I'm going to be trying at some point soon. The hydrocodal, very nice. Nice little shaped plant. Also the hygrophila, I think I saw, but a nice selection. I can't say as I've ever gotten any in there. Now the last category is miscellaneous. Petco has bulbs. Boy, do they have a lot of bulbs. Every single time I go, they have more and more bulbs, so I don't know if it's because a lot of people are buying these, but Aponigeton, they've always had, but a lot of water lily bulbs. I think that's becoming very big, and I don't believe really ever seeing any at Petsmart. They may here and there, but generally speaking, I don't see any there. So Petco is fully stocked with bulbs. They also have moss balls. You know, I really like moss balls. I just did a video on moss balls. They're really fun, and they package them very similar, and they are also the about the same price. About $10 will get you from Petsmart a moss ball, and a very large, decent sized moss ball. Now Petco, it's like they're trying to one-up Petsmart or something. They've got 3 different kinds. They've got a, and these are called Betta Buddies. Similar packaging in a Betta cup. This one is 3 small Marimo moss balls. They also have a single Marimo moss ball, and Shrimp Buddies, my favorite, where you get 6 very, very small little moss balls. So you've got quite the variety. They are fully stocked if you are finding that you need some moss balls. Definitely head over to Petco. So I hope you liked the video. Hopefully it gives you some pointers on which store to head to depending on what you're looking for. And if you have any other information, which store do you like to head to? Do you like either of them? And which plant do you like to get there? I will see you in the next video. Hope you have a great week.